Hey, this is DJ Thunderous. I'm here with Alexandra from the awesome band Hand of Fate. How are you, Alexandra?
Hello guys, I'm good. How are you?
Good. How's the weather in Greece today?
It's a sunny day. It's a sunny afternoon.
Perfect. Could you give everyone a history of the band Hand of Fate, please?
Yes, of course. So, Hand of Fate formed on 2014, and all started when John and Tassos, the two guitarists, and me, decided to take a step further from what we were doing so far, and we decided to form a band in order to express our own way of playing, let's say. So yes, 2014. Initially we were three, and we were looking for a drummer and a bassist. So we put an ad on social media for a drummer, and the funny thing is that a bassist called, and he asked, "Is there any chance that you need a bassist?" We said yes.
That's amazing.
And yes, it was a funny coincidence actually. And after 2 or 3 days, I don't remember exactly, me and John, we were coming from a Tarja Turunen's concert. So we made a guy asking for a ride back home. And I was like, no, I was totally negative. But John said, oh, he seems pretty harmless. So we offered him the ride, and it turned out to be the first drummer of the band.
Oh.
So, yes. And then we were formed and started playing. And that's the short story, let's say.
Well, I bet you're happy to be a band. That's amazing how, you guys all met. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, you're right.
So, do you still have the current band members, and who are they, and what are their roles in the band?
Yes, so we got a new bassist and a new drummer. So it's me, I'm Alexandra, and I'm doing the vocals, of course. And we have John, the lead guitarist. He's the composer also and music engineer. Or a miracle child, as I call him. Yeah, a little bit. And Tassos is playing the rhythm guitar, and he's doing the backing vocals. Sotos is the bassist, and Theo is the drummer, the new drummer.
That's really
a rearrangement.
You have a big band. Is it, difficult to get everyone together to practice, or?
Well, yes, it is. Most of the guys have also families, so they have other responsibilities, and it's pretty tough sometimes. But we all have a common cause, so we are trying our best.
That's great. Now, you as a band quoted, "Your story is your music, made from dreams, tears, pursuits, but mostly hope." Can you explain that for me? I found that to be just, so interesting.
Yeah, and it's funny because nobody asked me this before, to explain it. So the thing is that those years from 2014 until today, they were rough years, let's say, and we all had like desperate times sometimes, and I can say that yes, there were frustrations and a lot of tears, let's say, but we never stopped loving our music, or we never stopped having hope. So this is more like an expression of feelings that turned into a quote. And it describes the path that we went through in order to fulfill our dreams. That's pretty much all of it.
So that's where you are now, and is that kind of how you got the name Hand of Fate?
It is a band of fate, to be honest, because finding band members, especially in Greece, is a tricky thing. So we were really amazed from the speed that things happened. And I mean, it was like the two new members came to us like they were driven from, fate. Mm-hmm. It was like fate led them to us. Also the fact that they clicked right away from the first rehearsal, it was amazing. So if this is not the hand of fate, then I don't know what it is. So the name had to be Hand of Fate,
Well, it sounds perfect to me, and it's...
Hopefully, yes, it is.
It is.
Oh, nice.
So, who writes your music and your lyrics for your band?
Okay, so I write all the lyrics, and I have written the music for the song A Time I Was Free. It's the 8th song on the album. And John is doing most of the music and of course all the technical things. Also there is a song that Tassos made. It was Tassos' idea, the second guitarist. So him and John made the final form together, and it is called Enchanted. So pretty much, everyone is contributing the way that they can,
Yep. And how do you get your lyrics? Do you have like a story behind them, or?
Usually I have a story, yes. And the thing is that the temptation, for example, came to me because I was having a dream like for a year, constantly, every night. So temptation came from that. Most of them are, dreams, hopes, and feelings that I try to express in a way.
That's amazing. All right, speaking of temptation, I know you have a new album out, and we're going to give everyone a sample of your music. And here's Temptation. Crank it up. All right, that was Temptation. I know that's a favorite off of your new album, and your new album name is called Messenger of Hope. Where did you get the name of the album?
Okay, so this is like a statement, let's say. So in this song, we have a song that it's called also Messengers of Hope, and it's the song from where the album took its name. So from this song, we're trying to, we call the word to have hope, and we're trying us to be messengers of hope, and it's a statement actually. All the lyrics, if you notice, they are talking about hope and be all united and together. And now with, all the things that happen in our earth, it's, we can say it's a little bit, current.
It sure is. How did you know? It must have been your dreams coming to you.
Oh, well, maybe. I don't know.
Now, I know you released Messengers of Hope. How many current albums have you released before that?
Well, until now, only one. This one, Messengers of Hope, yes. But we're working on new material that hopefully will be out soon. If all things go well, let's cross fingers.
Yes.
For that, yes.
Now, who are some of your personal music influences? I hear some differences when you're singing, and I wanted to know that.
Okay, a tough one. Let's see. Well, when I was a child, my dad liked very much, all the opera stuff, like Maria Callas, Luciano Pavarotti, and some traditional folk Greek music, of course. So, my primarily influences were from those, I was influenced by those primarily. So, later I started listening to lots of things like Michael Jackson and Within Temptation and Nightwish and Skunk Anansi, Pink Floyd, System of a Down, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And so this is all the things that formed, what I am today and what the band is today, well, not only my influences, but the other members' influences too.
And how did you decide which genre you wanted your band to be when you got into music?
Yeah, well, I started singing, my first tutor was a classic music singer, an opera singer. So she kind of, did that for me, let's say. So I'm used to sing, a little bit operatic, although I'm trying to, take another way right now. But this is where the main idea to create a band that's that is using, let's say, my voice to be heard.
Well, it is an amazing voice, and I have to say that, and I'm sure the listeners, are enjoying this today. We're going to actually crank up your next track. Here is Enchanted.
Friday night, snow and wind, none on sight but wild beasts. He runs alone into the woods, with eyes as cold as ice. Cold as frozen black, and leaves waving quietly. Raindrops falling fast, branches moving lightly. His ears will begin to flee, gleaming through his poker. My soul is full of frozen fears. My mind is lost by twisted dreams. I am his light. your heart not spoken, make you fall apart. Dark night, sunshine, rising hands to the sky, outside and leave home. With a smile, let you go. Soul full of frozen fears, mind lost by twisted dreams. We are unafraid, give me strength to you, I pray. Spare his
All right, that was Enchanted, and you were right. That is a nice song. I like that song, and I like how you guys did that all together. It's very cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And how did you come about with that song?
With Enchanted, well, that was okay. Those lyrics, because I can only talk for lyrics, were made for a specific track. The track was already made from Tassos and Yannis, and I had to dress it up, let's say, with lyrics. So it's a story about a man trapped in an enchanted forest, let's say, and that is it. The music, made me think about that. So
That's neat.
That's how it was made, yeah.
That's nice. Now, where have you played live as a band, if you had, and do you have a specific memory while you were playing out live?
Oh, okay. So mostly we have played in Greece, like local stages and bigger stages. Our highlight was the opportunity to share the stage with the amazing Gas G at Thessaloniki. And it was, oh my God, so amazing. He's such a cool guy. And, well, the sad thing is that we had a tour outside of Greece that was meant to be, but unfortunately coronavirus happened, so yes, it's cancelled for now. We will see.
But that's okay. You can still sell your album and your merchandise and come up with your new music that you're working on.
Yes, we're working on some new stuff. So yeah.
What is it like to be on stage and be Hand of Fate as a band?
Well, it's amazing, and as you say, on stage is Hand of Fate. It's a single organism and not individuals. So it's like 5 heartbeats are turning into one, and that's an exceptional feeling, you
It
know?
sure is. And I saw that picture of the band, and it had that quote on it, and I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, it's a lyric from our next job. So yes, hopefully you will hear soon, you know.
Good. I can't wait to hear it. We look forward to it. And while we're discussing music, let's listen to your other track. Here is No Plaything. Crank it up. Right, that was No Plaything. That's a fun song. I like that song.
Well, that's actually the only song that the lyrics are not mine. It's Margarita's Pascu.
Yes.
And so it's her idea. I only wrote the vocal lines on it. So it's talking about, woman's power. And, it's more current than ever. It's a nice song.
Why did you choose now to release your album?
We actually have released it on 2018.
Okay.
But the big release were like half a year ago. we had some difficulties, that had to do with, finance and stuff. So, music, it's a hard industry. So, yes, that's it.
Yeah,
the truth.
It is the truth. And if you don't work hard, you're not going to get anywhere with it. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Yep. Do you have any recommendations for any, upcoming bands out there might be listening on how to be a complete band and how to work so hard and what you need to do to get through it all?
It's pretty simple. Believe in themselves and trust that what they are doing is the right thing to do,
Mm-hmm.
Work hard and they're gonna make it.
Very good. Now, with your I keep calling it your new album, but it is new because it's new to me and it's new to the listeners today. How long was the process and how many songs did you actually have written before you decided which ones would be included on the album?
Yes. So the album was, let's say, whole from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
So we spent like 1 year trying to figure out what to keep and to perfect. And that procedure, was driven mostly out of instinct, not. And after many, many rehearsals, we decided that this is the time for recordings, and it just happened. But it took us like 1 year and a half, maybe, to prepare it, and about 2 years to release it. Yes.
Well, that's not too bad. Some take much longer, or something occurs, and that's pretty good. And it seems like you planned it out very well, and that you're happy with this album.
We really love it. It's our first attempt, and we feel like we're expressing ourselves in a way that we want to, and we're feeling like it,
Very good. Now, where can everyone reach you on the social media sites and purchase your merchandise and check the band out?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Bandcamp, social media in general. Also Spotify, Apple Music, and all major streaming platforms. For now on, you can purchase our merchandise through direct contact with us on Facebook. It's like the easiest way. That's it for now. Yeah.
Okay, and you do also have a PR company that you're working with. They could also contact, correct?
Yes, that's true. It's Angels PR. And you can contact them too, yes.
She seems very nice, and we want to give her a shout out here from Metal Devastation Radio also. And could you do
Marianne, she's amazing.
Yes, she's very nice. Could you do a shout out for the radio station for us, please?
Yes, of course. I'm Alexandra from Hand of Fate, and you are tuned into the Thunderhead Show on MetalDevastationRadio.com, where metal reigns supreme.